Ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. Today we're going to be doing Currently Inked and a review of last week's Brownings. So, let's get started. This week's inks are going to be black inks. So, these black inks that I have. And the Parker and the Waterman. So, I'm not really sure how I want this to go. However, I know for sure that I want to put Starry Night in the Noodler's Flex nib, and I want to put the Waterman in the Conklin Duraflex with the Conklin nib. Oh my God, what are my pens? Nibs, rather. I had a friend ask, "Hi, friend Annie, how are you doing?" Okay, so I had pen friend Annie ask, what is the difference between the Conklin Flex nib and the Fountain Pen Revolution Flex nib? So this is the Conklin OmniFlex nib. And it is really pretty. And it has lots of tipping material. However, the tipping material makes it a broader line than, normal, I don't know how you would say, Spencerian script. So this is definitely not for doing Spencerian script. If you look at the differences, between the tipping material on this is the Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex nib, and this is the Conklin Duraflex nib. You can definitely see that the tipping material on the Ultra Flex nib is way smaller than the OmniFlex nib. So, we're going to put the Conklin Duraflex and the Fountain Pen Revolution Ultraflex nib. We're going to use Waterman Black on both of those. That way we can get a good idea of what we're dealing with. Cool. And then the rest of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we will play with a Parker today because reasons. Okay. Syringes. And let's begin. First, before we start this whole shenanigan, let's take a look back at last week's inks. Shall we? So, yesterday was Diamine Terracotta. And this is all I got through before I got my Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex, my fancy blue pen, as I'm going to call it, in reference to the fancy blue pen. I got my fancy blue pen, I put Kanai du Nepal in it, and I'm in love. I'm going to have to spend all my money on Kainai Dua Nepal from now on because that's just how it is. Either that or I'm going to have to find some other shimmering ink that goes this well with this ink, which I'm going to have a very hard time doing. Anyway, so this is Diamine Terracotta. It got a passing mark with the M1 with the Noodler's modified flex nib. It got passing marks, although I spelled echocardiogram. I'm a brilliant scientist. So that was good. Then the day before that was, oh dear, where are we? Okay. The day before that was Moonlight of Higashiyama. And I was so busy this day, I totally spaced out and forgot to fill in the page. But the little bit that I did get with the blue, the Jinhao blue with the Noodler's flex nib was okay. I won't say it was great. I'll just say that it was okay. And the day before that was not Autumn Oak, which was in the Jinhao Black with the gold Fountain Pen Revolution flex nib in it. And I love this nib. It matches the pen very well. Oh, can you guys even see what's going on? So it matches the pen very well, which makes me very happy. And it wrote really wet. So if you guys are having a problem with ink not flowing, here's a suggestion that I can give you. Take like a Dixie cup or some small vessel, fill it with about halfway with water, and then put 2 heaping drops of either Palmolive dish soap or Dawn dish soap. Take a toothpick, dip it in the soap, let it sit there for like a second, take it out, and then stir the sample that you have that doesn't want to be cooperative with the toothpick. So you get a little bit of surfactant in there, makes it flow very well. Breaks the tension, flows. I mean, as you see, it just flew off the nib. It made it very nice. Of course, you might have to put your sample that you don't want, to get messed up in another vial. But I'm just saying, if you're having a problem with flow issues, this definitely helped. Flew off the page. It was beautiful. The gold flex nib writes very well. It's very smooth. It's very good. Okay, then the day before that, which was Monday, this is Monteverde Brown Sugar. And it was a very nice ink. It was in the Noodler's Ahab with Monteverde Brown Sugar. And as you can see, it did very well. No skipping, no bleeding, no burping. It did very well. And then Sunday was the Conklin Duraflex with Diamine Ochre. Now this has to have been my favorite combination because when you use the Conklin Duraflex with the Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex Nib, the flow is just fantastic. If you have the opportunity, buy a Duraflex and a Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex Nib, put it in the Duraflex, and you will have the most excellent pen for writing with Diamine Ochre. I'm just saying. Kind of a lot of steps, but that was the best version that I have used ever. I think. I was actually thinking thoughts about getting a bottle of Diamond Ochre just so I could use it in this pen and do some nice calligraphy, because most of the other ones that I've used, tried to use with Ultraflex nib, have been either very railroady or hit or miss, you know? And so it's just grain of salt, but it was excellent. I did a whole bunch of writing of birthday messages and all that with that pen that day, so Saturday, this was Noodler's Nib Creeper with Polar Brown, and I wrote the pen dry. I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote with the pen dry. I totally emptied the pen, and it was amazing. I love the little tiny bit of flex that you get with it. You have to put a little bit of pressure, but it's totally worth it. The only thing I can see that might make this pen better is if it had a Fountain Pen Revolution Ultra Flex number 5 nib. But I don't know if it would fit in this, but you know, that's just my thoughts. And then the Friday before was TWSBI Black with the Pilot Falcon. And it did so well that I'm going to keep it in this pen for the remainder of the month. Because one, it writes a very fine line, and I can sign my checks with it, and it's not going to bleed through. So that's really important. Anyway, what did you guys think? What did you guys think of these inks for the week? All right, let's move on to putting these new bits through their paces. I've almost used up all the browns, so that's good. Next week, I will finish out the browns. Got 3 days left after this week is over. I'll use the 3 browns that I had the least amount of ink with, and we'll get rid of them, and then we'll call it a win, and that'll be that. Pen friend Annie asked me to do a shoot-off between the Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya with the Ultraflex nib and the Conklin Duraflex with the Omniflex nib. Now, I'm going to ink both of these up with Waterman Black. Those seem to be the most cooperative inks that I have. So I'm going to put the journal away. Put the thing down so I don't spill anything, just in case. A towel, super just in case. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. And we'll use the Complex. Okay. right. Okay, what is the difference between the two pens? This is CVS Caliber notebook paper, college ruled, so if that gives you any indication. Okay. This is without any pressure. Without any pressure. You can definitely see the difference. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of pressure. Oops. And you can see, you can get quite a wide line. And a little bit of pressure. You can get very wide line. So that is just the main difference. When you do an upstroke, you go light. And when you do a downstroke, you do hard. So it looks, damn it, like that. And when you do a zigzag 8 shapes with the Omniflex, oops, starvation. It does railroad and it does starve. So you just used up all the ink that was in the feed right there. That is the difference with this pen. When you use the Omniflex nib, it just lays down the ink so thick that it doesn't keep up with the feed. It just does not. I mean, if you don't use any pressure, it should be able to keep up with you. But if you start flexing like it's nobody's business, you're going to run out of ink real fast. This one, you see what happened here? There was so much ink in the feed that it dribbled out. Up there, finally starved. But like all that compared to this. So, grain of salt. Waterman Black is a fairly very wet ink. Very wet. I'm going to try and pick this up and turn it over without spilling anything, but you can definitely see the ghosting that happens with Waterman Black. It's very wet. I mean, very wet. And that's the difference. That's the other difference between these two is that one's dry and this one is still wet. So it just really depends on like what you want to do with your pens. Hi Jolyn, how are you? Are you having a nice day? Thank you. Yeah, the Conklin Duraflex with the Omniflex nib is kind of a crap pen, I gotta tell you. But if you change out the nib to a Fountain pen revolution. What did I do with my nib? No! I've misplaced a nib. The end is near. No. No. No, no. Well, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. No. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch my video back to figure out what I did with it. I know I pulled it out. I don't know what I did with it. I'm good. I just misplaced a nib. So that's very stressful. Oh, that's a piece of plastic. Damn it. And I'm like terrified to roll around because what if I roll over it? Oh, here it is. Dumbass. Okay. But if you put the Fountain Pen Revolution Omniflex nib on the Conklin Duraflex feed, the tip of the nib is closer to the feed and doesn't starve as much, I think, in my opinion, as much as the Omniflex nib does. Oh, damn it. I hate these little tiny marbles, but you never know when you're going to need a little tiny marble. Okay. Oh. Now, I'm going to put the Omniflex, the FPR Ultraflex nib. You can get, oops, a little too hard. Damn it, come on. Don't be a shithead. Too much. Yeah, the Ultraflex nib is really good. Like I said, I had trouble with I've had trouble with trying to find a good pen nib, a good ink pen nib combination that works really well. Diamine Ochre worked really well in this, so. What is this? This is Ultraflex nib, that's where it's at. Go buy yourself an Ultraflex nib. They're like $27, but let me tell you, they are so worth it. And the Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya, everybody seems to have problems with these things except me. Like mine, it just works. Which is awesome. I mean, a $45 pen should work. Oh, this ink is very wet. This ink is almost too wet for the page. I mean, too wet for the pen. And that's gonna happen sometimes. You're gonna find that certain pen inks, they just don't go well with the pen. They're too wet. And they require a little bit of fiddling. Hi, Mandaby, how are ya? Are you having a nice day? Oh boy. Yeah, this ink is way too wet for this pen. Oh, that's really too bad. Yeah, that I put the nib in wrong. I put the nib in wrong. Which there's like 3 ways you could put the nib in. That was the way. Although it is gonna leak if you use certain nibs, I can already tell. Certain inks. But and my desk is not it. I need to buy a new desk. That's what I need. Hi, Gristle. How are you? Are you having a nice day? Oh, goodness. Okay, well, On with the filling of the pens. I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing today. I'm going to put my eyeballs on. Every once in a great while, my vision goes blurry. There we go. All of that, and you guys are on a black background. I hate when they put the lives on a black background. It's super annoying. That's super annoying. Oops, sorry about that. There, that's much better. Okay. Trying to stay inside, yeah. All right. Well, I think I might have to put the Waterman Black back in the thing because it's not working out. We're going to find every now and then that there's just certain pen ink combinations that don't work. This was one of them. However, I bet you if I put Parker Black in here, it would totally work. Parker Black is like a micro amount of thicker than the Waterman. But in all actuality, I think I'm just going to wash it out and put more Kyanhydro-Nepal in it. I am going to spend all of my money buying Kyanhydro-Nepal because this pen is so beautiful. It is just fantastic. I just can't stop staring at it. So beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna wash that out, put Kyanhydro-Nepal on it. That's what it needs. It needs Kyanhydro-Nepal. On with the filling. I need to fix the surface really quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm having. I see a lot of people have problems with the Fountain Pen Revolution pens, but like mine work just out of the box with Kyanhydro-Nepal. So that is just what has to happen. Sometimes you have to find a nib combination that doesn't bloop all over the page. I really wanted a review pen so I could just, take out the nib feed and like drain out the rest of the ink into the cartridge. I will be right back. So sorry about that. I'm back. Goodness. Couldn't find my freaking wipes. Then I had to yell at a roommate. It was great. Okay, so oh boy. Yeah, I kept my nibs. Good. Are you by the fire? No, I am not by the fires, Jolyn. I am like 100 miles away from the fires. Over 100 miles away. I'm 5 miles south of Disneyland, in the middle of the city. So, the wind is blowing the right direction that our area is getting a lot of smoke, but I'm not super close to any of the fires at the moment. Oh, good. Oh, I just love that you guys are chatting with each other. It's so awesome. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like Waterman Black. I know it's blasphemous, but I don't like Waterman Black. It's not my favorite black. The only reason that I got it was because when I asked the people at Waterman about using inks in their pens, cough, Waterman 12, cough, they said, use Waterman ink. And I'm like, all right, great, fantastic. So I bought the Waterman ink. The ink bleeds through everything, so screw that ink. That's basically how the conversation went. All right, Noodlers, Polar Black. Where's my teddy? Oh, my teddy's probably over in the station. Teddy. Kinds of poetry. Yeah, Gristle wrote me a poem. Did I show your poem? I did show your poem. Okay, so this one is going to be Polar Black. Polar Black. Cool. Polar Black. Hopefully you can find some inspiration somewhere else so you can find one open. Okay. Polar Black. Come on. Okay. And the next one we're going to have is, I'm thinking about keeping this one for my test pen, but I'm like, no, I've got the other ones for that, so. We're going to have Archive, Diatramentus Archive Black. And this one, okay. Yeah, I don't like Cross either. They wanted a $45 pen that looked like a 99-cent store pen. I was like, nope, not gonna happen. People are crazy. If they can charge $1 million for a pen, no, 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 hell no. Like these Monte Grappa people. Their pens are real fancy. It's just plastic, you guys. It's not like if the whole thing is made out of gold. But if the whole thing was made out of gold, I could understand it being $1,000. These freaking morons charge $1,000 for a piece of plastic. I don't think so. Like the nib on my FPR was $129. That's it. Like, okay. Let's do Robert Oster, Black Violet. Robert Oster, Black Violet. Okay. Cool. I really don't even see the violet in this. It's just black. Whatever. Okay. This is, I think this is Jinhao Black. Jinhao works really well. The Moon Man T1, so that is where she shall go. Okay. Do. Okay. And the Noodlers Flex pen. I want to put the ink that I made called Starry Night. Actually, I forgot one step. So I made this ink, and I call it Starry Night because it's just half Parker Black, half Waterman Black, and silver luster dust that I got from Hobby Lobby in the food department. Bye! Have a nice day. See you soon. Okay. Look for the little divot. Okay. Okay. That's going to be really pretty. Cooking and chatting. Yay, that's the best type of cooking right there. Cooking, dinner, having a chat with a friend at the same time. Oh dear, this is cockeyed. Oh dear, I'm making a mess. Thank God this is like 100-year-old shirt. I don't really care, but oof. Okay. Sparkle plenty all over me now. Great. Okay. Oh man. I got things everywhere. Great. Fantastic. I'm going to go wash these. Bye. Have a nice day. I'm going to go wash these really quick and then I'll be right back. Bye. And let him full of ink. Okay. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. I'm surprised that they don't have like they used to. Anyway. Okay. And should have black. Right. Crap. Oh, they're good at inking. Oh my god. Okay. I'm having a great day. No, I'm not. Black. I got a bloody mess. Bloody mess. Right. Some grease on this edge. Make sure pile it on good so it doesn't leak out. And then put Parker. No, I've decided I'm going with Kynadunapal because that's what it wants. I have to go clean out my noodles really quick. Actually, I just need one needle cleaned out. Is anybody still here? Okay. This is taking way longer than usual. I apologize. But sometimes you just have to wing it. You have to go with the flow, even if the flow is slow. Oh boy. I'm gonna be a rapper. You just watch. I'm gonna go with Parker Black and the Conklin Duraflex. I'm gonna use the same needle as Parker Black, and I do Napalm. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Yes. Oh boy. What a shenanigan. I am so sorry. And I am so grateful to everyone who has stuck around this far. I will definitely put tags to timestamps if you want to skip around. This is the FPR Himalaya with Canada Nepal. Oh, it's my favorite. This is the Conklin Duraflex with Parker Black. Parker Quink Black. This is the Noodlers Aham with Starry Night. This is the Blue Jinhao X450. Blue. Come on. 450. Blue X450 with black violet. This is the black. What the hell is going on there? Okay. With Modular's Polar Black. It's very strange that the FPR gold nib is so broad now. Ugh. Thinking thoughts about having it sent to a Nibmeister to have it ground down to a Spencerian. Okay, this is the Redman T1 with Jinhao. Black. Now, if you're asking me, where can you get Jinhao Black? You can only get it in cartridge form. So I took apart all of my cartridges and put them in a sample vial so I can have them at the ready, because that's just how it works. This pen is a little scratchy. I might have to do some grinding on it. Then we have the Noodler's Nib Creeper with Diatramentus Archive. Cool. So this will be, this will be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Because today's ink is the Falcon with TWSBI Black. Cool. All right. And those will be the inks and pens that I used for the week. What did you guys think of this inks for this week so far? All I'm saying is I'm looking forward to Kyanite Nepal because it's my favorite ink. My favorite blue ink at the moment, let's just say it that way. This will get taped into the book. This is week 35. Week 35, yep. 35. Number 35. Put somewhere. So go on my desk. Over here. And the way that I usually use my pens is if I feel like doing some calligraphy or some birthday or any messages like that, then I'll take a pen and do some calligraphy. And if I just feel like playing around with some calligraphy that I've seen online or whatever, then I'll take a pen and also and I will play with the ink, and that will be that. Okay. I can tell you all right now, I do not like this book. There. And that'll be for that week. Next week is week 36. It's been a long journey. This year has been. Oh, let's look at last. Hi, Chris. How are you? Are you having a nice day? I don't know if I've done this or not, but let's look at last week's inks. Let's see. Twisby Black, definitely got a check. Noodler's Nib Creeper got a check. Ochre got a check. Monteverdi Brown Sugar got a check. Not Diamond Ochre. This was not Diamond Ochre. This was Diamond Autumn Oak. And it got a check. It was very wet. Yay! I'm so glad that you got it. There have been a couple that have been sent back, which is very upsetting. Moonlight Habagashiyama got a check. And Moonlight Terracotta got a check. So they all got checks, which is great. We will come back next week, Friday, and see if any of those are good. So, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, make a nice comment. And if you guys have used any of these inks, let me know what your thoughts are on these inks in the comment section below. So, that's all for today. Have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.